Right, so what I've just done is I've gone through and I've opened up some other images that I want to work on and want to see what I can do with these images to make them part of this location. So in this video, I'm just going to go through and show you some examples of how I will continue to work on this. So I have another sign. I'm going to start with this one. Again, I'm going to start with the filter. So I'll come to Convert for Smart Filters. I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to come to Filter, Sharpen, Unsharp Mask. And I'm going to do the preview on and off. I think this must be pretty. Let's do it a little bit more. All right, so when it's down, we can see, right, that it's blurred. We can bring it up, bring it more into focus. All right, let's up it. Let's see what happens. Now, again, we don't want to overdo it to the point then that it begins to get visual noise. So there we have Mill Grove. I'm going to turn this on and off. Okay, so that definitely brought it more into focus. Now, there is a little bit of noise coming on in here. I'm just at 56%. I can see some of these colors popping through. Let's turn it on and off. But actually, I think it's okay because this is a lot of the material that this was made out of. So I'm going to zoom it on out so we can up it a little bit more to even get more clarity. Now I'm going to come in. I'm going to work with my levels. I'm going to work with the distribution of value across this image in a more general kind of way, on and off, much clearer. And again, I'm going to come on in, hue saturation. I'll saturate it all just a little bit more, turn it on and off, more subtle, but still liking how that looks. Coming to our next image. Now, this one is a little bit blurry. I can look at it and see. So I'm going to come to Filter. Again, I'm going to Convert for Smart Filters. I'm going to hit OK. And one more time, come to Filter, and we're going to, this time, come on in and go to Sharpen, and we will say Unsharp Mask. Again, we've upped it quite a bit. I'm going to zoom it on in. Come on into the corner more, see what I see in the corner. Preview on and off. We'll hit OK. And again, we can turn it on and off. So you can see a little something, maybe definitely, and again, a lot of times it's with this stuff that we want to zoom in to see some of the differences. Often the image is subtle. I think that's definitely a lot of times easiest when we see type and more sharp edges. Again, come on in, levels, brightening our image, resetting our different points. Beautiful. And my next thing, hue saturation. I'm going to saturate it a little bit more. Again, I don't want to overdo it though, right? More subtle. All right, coming on in, let's take a look at this one. Now this one will be an interesting one. I'm going to bag the sharpen. This looks pretty sharp in me. Let's come on in and let's look at the levels. Again, because this image had a lot going on with the sun, I think this image is probably pretty good. We'll find that a lot of images that have the sun and shadows and light are good as they are. For this one too, we have the hue saturation. Let's take a look at another one and we can hover around and see what we have. Let's take a look at the vibrance. Okay, and the vibrance is a lot like the hue saturation. We can make our image a little bit more vibrant. And again, this also involves saturating our colors a little bit more. We can turn this one on and off, and there we have it, subtle difference. Again, taking a look at the vibrance adjustment, what's the difference? Well, hue saturation, we can look at, addressing it as a whole. With hue, we can actually really target certain colors and saturate more colors. And this one, in a lot of ways, does the same thing that we're doing. We're just upping the saturation a little bit more, upping the vibrance, the vibrancy of the color. So again, what we find a lot of times in Photoshop is that there are several ways to do the same thing. And I'm going to keep on working through, and definitely looking forward to working with this image and seeing what I can do. So thanks so much for listening.